The rain came down in sheets, cold and punishing, as if the sky itself was crying for the forgotten souls below. Under a flickering street lamp on the corner of 47th and Maple, two children, barefoot, shivering, and cloaked in ragged clothes, huddled against the biting wind. Their faces were thin, their eyes wide and hollow, speaking volumes of the hunger, fear, and abandonment they'd known far too well for one so young. People walked past them, eyes averted, hearts hardened. No one saw them. No one wanted to. But one man did. Before we go deeper into this emotional journey, if you believe in kindness, second chances, and the power of humanity, please take a moment to like this video, leave a comment, share it with someone who needs hope today, and subscribe to our channel, Rapple of Hope, where stories like this remind us what really matters in life. He was tall, in his late 40s perhaps, with skin weathered by time and sun, and eyes that held the kind of quiet sorrow only those who've truly suffered can understand. His name was Elijah. A former mechanic, once the backbone of a small-town garage, Elijah had lost everything years ago, his wife to cancer, his job to automation, and eventually, his home to debt. Life had not been gentle. But pain didn't make Elijah bitter, it made him softer, more compassionate, more attuned to the silent cries of others. He spotted the children just as he was walking out of the nearby diner. He'd saved up all week just to afford a hot meal on a Friday night, a luxury he allowed himself once a month. But the moment he saw those tiny hands trembling in the cold, those small eyes silently begging without words, something deep within him shifted. Without a second thought, Elijah turned around, went back into the diner, and ordered 2 more meals. He returned with steaming boxes of food, fried chicken, mashed potatoes, cornbread, and apple pie. Not just leftovers. Not scraps. Real food. The kind that warms both the body and the soul. The children, a boy and a girl, maybe 7 and 5, looked at him with disbelief, as if unsure whether to trust what they were seeing. Elijah knelt, handed them the food, and just smiled. No expectations. No questions. Just kindness. He didn't know their names, where they came from, or how long they'd been alone, but he saw himself in their brokenness. He saw a second chance. And they saw something too. Safety. Warmth. Maybe even a flicker of love. Elijah didn't walk away after that. He stayed. He brought them blankets from a nearby shelter. He asked no questions, gave no pity, just stayed close. For the first time in days, maybe weeks, the children fell asleep under that street lamp, full and warm. He sat on the curb beside them all night, eyes wide open, guarding them like a silent angel in the shadows. As dawn broke, Elijah knew he couldn't leave them there. He didn't have a home, but he had resolve. He reached out to a local church he occasionally volunteered at, told them about the kids, and pleaded for help. But the system was cold. Too complicated, they said. Too risky, they warned. Too many rules. But Elijah didn't back down. He showed up every day, with the children beside him, looking the pastor square in the eye until someone finally agreed to listen. The church eventually connected them with a local social worker named Marlene. She was stern at first, skeptical, but as she watched Elijah care for the children, braiding the little girl's hair, teaching the boy how to spell his name, giving them his only jacket when the nights got too cold, something softened in her too. She pulled strings. She pushed back against the system. She found them emergency housing. Over the weeks that followed, Elijah stayed close. He visited every day. He started volunteering more, mopping floors, fixing broken furniture, helping elderly folks in the neighborhood. His kindness became contagious. People started noticing. Donations came in. Offers to help poured through the church doors. The children began to smile more. The boy, Malik, started drawing pictures again. The girl, Amara, stopped crying in her sleep. But the real miracle came one Sunday morning. After a powerful sermon about service and sacrifice, the pastor asked Elijah to come forward. In front of the entire congregation, he told Elijah's story, how a man with nothing had given everything, and in doing so, saved 2 lives. The room erupted into tears and applause. Then something unexpected happened. A man from the back, a local business owner who had been moved by Elijah's quiet strength, stood up and offered Elijah a job at his auto repair shop. Another woman offered him a room in her guest house. Within days, Elijah went from homeless to hopeful, from invisible to irreplaceable. Months passed. Malik and Amara, under Elijah's guardianship, enrolled in school. Their cheeks grew fuller, their eyes brighter. Elijah officially became their foster parent. Papers were signed. Promises were made. The man who once sat alone in the dark, eating cold beans from a can, now sat every evening helping 2 children with their homework, reading bedtime stories, tucking them in with a kiss on the forehead. He wasn't just their rescuer. He became their father. And yet, Elijah never saw himself as a hero. "I just did what anyone should have done," he'd say, brushing it off. But the truth is, most people walked by. Most people didn't see. But he did. And in that simple act of giving food to 2 hungry children, he rewrote not just their future, but his own. Kindness, it turns out, doesn't just change lives. It saves them. If this story touched your heart even a little, please, don't just scroll away. Like this video, share it with someone who needs a reminder of the good in the world, and comment below what this story meant to you. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Rappel of Hope, where we share real stories